Caro, Cabo family. Welcome to Monday. Let's get it poppin'. Drop a comment, let us know you're with us this morning. Obato, Allison, good to see you back. Ife, Mia, Caro, good to see you back. Tisha, good morning, Ogbato. Asori, Wori, Wofun. Rhonda, good morning to you. Ambi, welcome back. Natasha and Grace in the building. Welcome back to you, Naila. Starlit, Dream Bright, we love that. Efuntola, Ogbato, Asori, Wori, Wofun, Auntie Franita, welcome back. Julisha, Goddess Diana, blessings to you. Sacred Lotus, Ogbato, Asori, Wori, Wofun. Healing Crystal, blessings and happy Monday. Iya Yemi, whoa, blessings to you. Smiling happily, yes, we love that on a Monday morning. Good morning, Na Bonsai. Hey, Caro, hey, Cabo. And welcome to Monday Mornings with Iya Funlayo, where we are getting some motivation to get started through our week. As I say, each and every time we come together, if you are listening to the sound of my voice, you should be thankful. You should feel good in your spirit. Because what does that mean? It means that you have made it into another week. Listen, some folks ain't make it, okay? And we lift them up, seriously. It is a gift, every breath, every moment. Take a breath with me right now, feel it. Roll them shoulders back. Feel your body. As I always say, listen, the divine Olodumare could have had us floating around in the ethers as spirits if that's what was intended for us. But there's a reason we in these bodies having this human experience, this earthly terrestrial experience in flesh. And so part of our experience is to enjoy our flesh, to feel our bodies, to move our bodies, to enjoy the sensations, to slow down so that we can feel things and so that we can experience things. And so I pray that your body feels well as you wake this morning. I pray that you don't have pain. I pray that you're feeling limber. Make sure you stretch in the morning. Listen, especially those of us of a certain age, go ahead and touch them toes, do a couple of downward dogs, do a little something to keep those joints limber, okay? Because we need to do that. We should do it all the time, but especially as we get older, it is very, very important to keep our bodies loose and limber, stretching. If nothing else you do, please do a little stretch, okay? Do a little stretch in the morning. T. Holland, good to see you. Caro Ogunyemi, Akekomi Ogbato, good to see you. Ambi, thank you. Y'all are loving the earring game this week. Y'all know I left my earrings. Carnelian, one of them is carnelian and the other one is agate. They are goddesses, and so we are tapping into that goddess energy this morning. Blessings to you, JME, for the first time. Welcome. Healing Crystal, yes, we are very blessed to be here another day. Queen of Forces, blessings. Terry, good to see you. Ifafi Mobe, blessings. Brother John in the Boogie Down Bronx. Coco, blessed and favored. Come on now. Yes, we love that. We are blessed and highly favored. Give thanks. Oh, come on, about to get into the child's pose. That's beautiful. Yes, stretch that spine, stretch those hips, stretch everything out. Charisma, good to see you this morning. Yes. Okay, not the green alcohol. All right, don't tell on us that bad, smiling happily. Okay. Not the evergreen alcohol. Come on, you coming with it now. I know you for real, for real. See ya. Good morning to you. Blessings and more blessings and more blessings. It is so wonderful to be together. You know how we start our week off. We have to start our week off giving praise to ourselves, to our higher selves, to our seats of destiny, to our seats of consciousness, to our seats of goodness, to our seats of blessing, to our seats of everything. It starts with us. This is one thing I love about this tradition, is that it is so empowering. Even though we have 400 plus one divinities, even though we have uncountable numbers of herbs, even though we have uncountable numbers of rituals, even though we have uncountable numbers of stories and poetry and all the things and all the tools and all the what does Ifa tell us? That we rather throw all of that away. All of it. Every drop of it. Before we throw away our own head. Before we throw away our own understanding. Before we throw away our own intuition. Before we throw away our own magic. So please understand that your magic, your head, your intuition comes first. No matter what it pertains to. Please, somebody needs this message today. It don't matter what the reading said. It don't matter what the Baba of the Iya said. If it don't make no sense to you, if it don't feel right in your gut, it's not. It is not. It is not. It is not. It is not the thing. Please, somebody needs to hear this morning. I don't care who told it to you. If it don't make sense and it don't feel right, it's not right. Please know that. Please know that. Throw everything away before you throw your head away. So we're going to say our chant. Tuotura obey. Touch your head and join. Kajini kutu kutu. Kamomu ohuni pinko pin. Difa funo lomo ajibare padelola. Emi ni mo jini kutu kutu ti mo mu ohun ni pinko pin. Emi ni mo ba aje ati ire lo ni ati lola. Emi ni mo jini kutu kutu ti mo mu ohun ni pinko pin. Emi ni mo ba aje ati okiki ire lo ni ati lola. Ashe, 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 ashe. We know that means, family, that when we wake up early in the morning in the kutu kutu and we give honor to our own path of destiny, it is those of us who do that who are going to meet with all good things, not only today, but also tomorrow. It says, Emini, I am the one. I am the one. You know, this the original braggadocious. This the original Harlem swag. It's the original African swag. I'm the one who's about to wake up early in the morning and give honor to my destiny. And so I'm the one who's about to snatch these blessings. I'm the one who's about to be recognized for my good deeds in the world. I'm the one, who's going to get all of this ire. Not only today, but also tomorrow. Ashe, ashe, ashe. The work that we do today, remember, isn't only for today, but it's also for tomorrow. I am the one, right? Say it right now. Beat your chest. I'm the one who's going to get these blessings, not only today, but also tomorrow. Ashe, 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 ashe. Whoo, gotta honor yourself, family. It starts there. Ooh, give thanks. Natasha says, I have been giving thanks to myself and to my Uriya Obatala ointment is a game changer. Whoo, I am the one. Listen, I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Tisha says, I won't go a day without it. Come on now. Come through, Obatala. You already know. Listen, y'all know. It is only Obatala that had me start to make products that wasn't on my radar, but he said you got to reach out and touch the people. You got to reach out with this medicine. You got to reach out and help those ovaries to be in alignment. You got to reach out and help those ovaries to be cool. You got to reach out and do that. And so I am honored and grateful to be a conduit for this energy. And I'm so happy that the medicine is blessing each and every one of you. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right, Tiffany used it last night. Yes, the white bath, the ointment. Listen, I be using them. Listen, I don't give y'all nothing I don't use for me. So I give thanks that it touches you and that it helps you. And remember, right? Like, seriously, you are the one. You are the power. You are the magic. There's nothing outside of you that is the magic. It is you. All these things do is activate what's already inside of you. Ashe, 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 ashe. Y'all loving these earrings this morning. Give thanks. I have to reach out to the sister who made them. She makes these. I gotta remember who it was. You know, I love to support and buy things. I love to be adorned down with Black women all the time as much as possible. So I got these from a sister, and I have to pass on how much they are being adored. You know, family, if you wasn't with us on yesterday, I'm going to tell you to go on back and check out that replay. But very briefly, our story from yesterday came from the Odu of Osa Oshe. And it told of a time that both the Rumila and the tortoise wanted to marry Obatala's wife. Obatala gave them a test. He sent them out to do a very simple thing, to dig up a yam. Come on, sometimes, lesson. Sometimes we get psyched out by the simplicity of a task. We be looking for a trick. We be looking for, like, nah, it couldn't possibly be this simple. And it was simple. It was that simple. However, the ground was hard, and the tortoise went and grabbed his yam, and it broke. And he thought that he could have behind it by putting a stick inside the yam to stick it back together. And he took that to Obatala, and he thought that he had won the hand of Obatala's daughter. But Arumila, what did Arumila do? When he found the ground hard, because he had gone for divination, he had brought a jug of water with him. Nasanya, good morning. He had brought a jug of water, so that when he found the ground hard, he didn't pull the yam and break it, but he poured the water and he let it soften the ground around the yam, and then he gently pried it out. Gently pried it out. Took a little more time, but the results are what we was looking for. Pried the yam out. And so when he took it to Obatala, and Obatala cut both yams open, of course, he found that his knife would not go through the tortoise's yam because of that stick inside. And of course, Obatala's yam, Arumila's yam, cut in half very smoothly. And so Arumila was the one who won the hand of Ola, of Obatala's daughter. And the tortoise was now condemned to do everything slow because he had rushed. He was now condemned to never be able to rush again and to do everything slowly from now on. And so this is one of our origin stories of why the tortoise is slow. Why the tortoise cannot do anything quickly anymore is because he was rushing on the front end. So many lessons here. One of the biggest, yes, Ambi, come on, helping me preach and taking the word right out of my mouth, is that preparation is everything. So it's the things that we do beforehand. It's the things that we do beforehand that often make the biggest difference. Orumila went for divination. Not only did he go, but he was told to bring water, Terry. And he brought it to the place. Not only did he go for the divination and he brought the water, but he then saw where he needed to use it in order to solve the issue that he was having, right? So we go for our divination, we investigate into the situation, we bring the tool that we need, and we use the tool. It's three steps, right? We got 3 steps to this process. Because some of us, I got to talk about us. Some of us stop at step 1. Some of us just get the reading and don't do nothing that it say to do. Come on, somebody. If it's you ain't gotta tell me. Just clutch your pearls, clutch your robe, clutch your collar, whatever you got on right now. Just clutch it. Some of us get the information and we don't do nothing with it. We don't bring the water. We don't do the ritual. We don't do what we need to do. Others, we get the reading. We bring the water. But we're not able to connect what we're supposed to do with it once we get there. All of that. And so some of us got the water sitting right there. Listen to me. Some of us got the water sitting right there, but we still end up yanking the yam out and breaking it with the water sitting right next to us because we haven't made the connection, right, of what the tool is supposed to do for us. So this is, again, where Ori comes in, right? Where Ori comes in. Where Ori comes in. Smiling. Where Ori comes in. And says, okay, we've done the divination. We were told to bring the water. Now we have to ascertain. Ifa didn't say take the water because the ground's going to be hard and you're going to have to pour it on the ground. Ifa didn't give all of those instructions, right? And it's not going to give us the direct, this is exactly, right? There's a place of discernment. There's a place our Ori has to come in and say, okay, Ifa told me to bring this water. Now I see the ground is hard. What is it that I'm now supposed to do with this tool? Tiffany, give thanks for the alignment, right? What is it that I'm now supposed to do with this? We have to discern that. And so it's a real testament to the ways that we work together. None of these things are saviors. None of these things work on their own. They work in tandem with our own Ori. They work in tandem with our own seat of consciousness. They work in tandem with our own good black sense. That's our first divination tool. Come on, somebody. Thank you to the Afro Mystic for that statement. Right? They work together. They work together. So you have to do your part and Spirit does its part. He said, look, I told you to get the water and bring it now. I couldn't tell you what it was for. Because sometimes the divination, they don't even know. Ifa says no one, including Ifa, knows the beginning and the end of all things. So these things work together. Thank you, Efuntola. In tandem, right? They work together. Your Ori works together with the ritual, together with the divination, together. And that is how we get to success. So don't hang it up. Don't think because you did the ritual, your Ori can take a day off. Okay. The Ori got to work together with it. Another message here is what we said yesterday, to slow down. There is an adage from the Odu Ejogbe, the very first Odu, that talks about not engaging the world hurriedly. Ooh, Mama Sadio, Ogbato, Asore Wori Wofo. Good to see you. You're going to live a long time. A very long time. I just called your name. It says, let us not engage the world hurriedly. Let us not grasp at the rope of wealth impatiently. When we come to a cool place, let us sit and relax fully. And all of this, because of our eventual passing. Ifa says we don't have long. In the scheme of the universe, the time that we humans spend on this earth is the blink of an eye. And so Ifa says that we should savor our time here on earth. We gonna be spirits. We gonna be in the spiritual realm. We gonna get to float around and be woo-woo and be out there. This time that we have on this earth is for finding a cool place and sitting there to relax and take it in. Looking at the trees and the water, looking at our beautiful surroundings, giving thanks with our feet on the earth. That is what this life, Epiphany, is for. That is what this experience of humanity is for. It's for savoring the world. It's for savoring the sensations of the body, because we're not going to have these bodies for long. We're going to be out there. We're going to be out there floating around. But right now we are grounded and embodied in this flesh. And so if I says, don't engage it hurriedly. Don't rush through it. And especially don't grasp at the rope of wealth impatiently, because we know that that is what trips us up a lot of the time, is grasping at the rope of wealth impatiently. If I says the wealth will come. And what do we have to do to find our wealth? We have to get our divination. We have to pour our water on the ground. We have to soften up the hard places. We have to pry the yam out slowly so that we can get the wealth, hola, that is coming to us. You know, all of these are allegories. All of these are allegories. All of these are poetic ways of expressing very deep, esoteric ideologies. And so we give thanks. It's for us to be able to remember. We're going to remember the tortoise. We're going to remember digging up the yam. And that's talking about how we excavate our riches, how we excavate our blessings. We have to do it slowly, and we have to do it with care. Ashe, ashe, ashe. I pray that you are able to excavate each and every one of your blessings this week. Let's see what Spirit says and brings us as a message to help us do that this week. We are using the Choksoki Congo Oracle deck by my dear sister, Priestess Sharifa. I've got just a few of these left in the shop. Y'all love them. They give powerful, powerful messages. And let's see what our message is for this week. All to my ancestors, Orisha, all divine beings, what is the message for the Ashe Ire family for this week of November 17th and beyond? Forever message. Woo. Motion. Motion is the message. What I said yesterday, slow down don't mean stop. Slow down don't mean stop. Slow down don't mean stop. We still got to pour the water. We still got to pry the yam out, right? That don't mean sit down somewhere and don't do nothing. Slow down, right? We got to soften those hard places. Thank you. In fact, we have to soften those hard places. We still got stuff to do. We got to do it a little slower, right? We got to do it a little more carefully, but we still got to do it. We still got to do it. This is the Ori of the feet that is being activated this week. Ori of the feet. It says, look, we've been thinking about it. We've been feeling it. And now it's time to move. It's time to do something. It's time to make something shake. It says, if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. Doing something just for the sake of doing it is detrimental. Operating with intention is the objective. Be clear on how you are moving, why you are moving, and for whom. For every cause, there is an effect. The decisions you make today set the tones and motions of tomorrow. Other meanings. Only dogs chase their tails. Be mindful of moving in senseless circles. What did I just say? We have to move with intention. This is why we have to slow down. Still move, but slow down so that we're not just doing things to be doing them, but we understand what the intention is behind every action that we're taking, and we're taking those actions with care. Things are picking up pace. All right, now things is in motion. You called for this, you prayed for this, you waited for this, you asked for this, you did rituals for this, You bothered God about this, and now it's happening. So what you finna do? What you about to do? Pay attention. What are you about to do? It's happening. It's here. The thing you prayed for, the thing you wanted, the thing you most deeply desired, it's here. And what are you going to do with it? How are you going to cherish it? How are you going to maintain it? What actions are you going to take to make sure that it continues to align with you? That's a good one. It says move towards that which feeds your spirit and supports your light. Move towards, Starlight. Thanks for that. Move towards what feeds your spirit and supports your light. And what does that mean also? What's the companion to that? Moving with intention, moving away from the things that don't do that. Moving away from the things that don't feed your spirit and support your light. Moving away from the things that cause anxiety. Moving away from the things that disempower you. Moving away from the things that don't make your spirit feel good. Moving away from them. Moving your feet. Don't sit there and expect them to go away. Listen to me. Sometimes we're sitting in it expecting them to go away. We're sitting still and expecting somebody else to move, expecting something else to happen, as opposed to just getting up and going on out. Instead of getting up and just going on out and saying, being like that, what is it, the SpongeBob meme? All right, I'm gonna head out. That's you. You gotta get up and head out when it's not working for you. You can't wait for them to leave. You can't wait for them to change. You can't wait for them to do anything, because we can't control anybody doing anything. The only person we can control, barely, is ourselves, right? And so you have to be the one to move. If something is not in alignment with you, move away from it. It's very simple. Move away from it. Don't wait for it to move away from you. You got feet. You got worry of your feet. You get up and you move away from the things that are not for you. Couple of questions for you this week. How can you be more calculated in the choices you make? How do you cope with the many different motions taking place in your life? The only constant in life is motion and change, right? Even when we are laying still, there's all kind of stuff happening in our bodies. Our chests are rising and falling with breath. The cells is working. The heart is beating. Ogun is up in there. Blood is flowing. Oshun is running around in there, right? Stuff is happening. So how do you cope with all of the different motions that are taking place within you? Are you flexible to the redirections of life, or do you find yourself resisting the flow? Do you find yourself resisting when your spirit is telling you to move? Do you resist? Do you try to keep yourself still? Do you try to stay in the building that's burning or the ship that's sinking until you just can't no more, till you feel the fire singe the hair on your arm, and then you're like, oh God, now I gotta go. Soon as you smell the smoke, baby, soon as you smell the smoke, it's time to go. Don't wait for the singe. Don't wait for that. Soon as you hear the water dripping, it's time to go. Don't wait for the ship to start capsizing. Okay, don't wait for it to get to flipping over. Don't wait for them to get to yelling for life jackets. You put yours on and sneak on out as soon as you hear the water dripping, as soon as you smell the smoke, as soon as you feel like this ain't it. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. Because timing is everything, right? Eshu, Odara Nikan, Lo Soro. Eshu is the one who helps us have perfect timing, and timing is everything. Sometimes we wait and it's too late. Sometimes we wait and it's too late. So please, this week, don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. Come on. Don't wait. Don't be there playing your violin while the ship is going down. All right. Don't wait. Get it moving. Get it popping. Look around and say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and head out. I'm going to go ahead and head in. Right. If you outside and something crazy happening, go on in the house. Right. You know, remember, sometimes I remember my mama with her intuition, and we wouldn't know what was going on. And she would just get a feeling. And I'd be in the backyard playing with my friends. And she'd yell out the window. She'd yell my name and say, come inside. And I'd be upset because I was playing. I was having a good time. Right? I was having a good time. I was on the swing. I was running. I was turning double dutch. I ain't jumped that good, I told y'all. But I could turn. You know, the Virgo with precision. I could turn real good. I was out there. I'm like, what you mean come inside? For what? And then what? I get inside, and later I would hear that there was a fight. Later, I would hear that they heard gunshots. Later, I would hear, right, that something happened that mama in her intuitive wisdom felt and said, it's time for my baby to come inside. It's time for some motion, right? And that sometimes they feel it for us. Somebody else feels it for us, calls us at a time, or invites us somewhere that takes us to a place or away from a place that we are or aren't supposed to be. I say, give thanks, right? Give thanks. The messages, as we always say too, remember that the heavens is not dramatic when we get these spiritual messages. The heavens don't open up. None of that is going to happen. It might. If it happened to you, please record. I want to see it. But most of the time, it's just going to be that little whisper. It's going to be a phone call. It's going to be mama calling your name out the window. That is the voice of spirit speaking to you. You don't have to look for anything deeper than that. Amara Star, thank you for your gift this morning. Thank you for getting us started. If you are feeling blessed by the messages and the experience this morning, you know you are always lovingly invited to participate in the ministry of giving. You can do that right here on YouTube. You can also do so via Cashapp. You can do so via Venmo, $ Iya Funlayo at Ashe or using Funlayo at AsheIray.com for PayPal and Zelle. We give thanks for every gift. We pray for it to multiply 1,000,000 times. I give thanks for all of the offerings from yesterday and lift up each and every one of you. Yes, let us look into our crystal ally for the week that's going to help us with this motion. Spirit, what we got? Apache Tears. Apache Tears, one of my favorites, helping us to transmute grief, helping us to transmute difficult feelings, helping us to cleanse our hearts, because a lot of the times, what keeps us from moving, or what has us moving haphazardly, is grief and other difficult emotions that we are trying to process, right? That can keep us stuck, or that can have us running around like a chicken, as the card said, with senselessly. Has us not healing so that we can move forward. This motion is also about moving forward. Some of us are stuck. Some of us are stuck telling the same story over and over and over again. Some of us are stuck experiencing the same pain in our minds and our spirits because we keep recounting it to ourselves over and over and over again. Some of us are holding on to things that we know been dead for a long time and they stinking. And that keeps us from moving. And when we ignore those things, thank you for this, right? It gets worse. Ifa tells us that those who refuse to sacrifice will ultimately pay more than the sacrifice was asking. Say that again. Ifa tells us that those who refuse to sacrifice will ultimately pay something greater than what the sacrifice was asking. So it's very important that we transmute the grief and let it go so that we can continue to move. And yes, Queen of Force, is very true that a lot around this time of the year, the darkness, the closing of the year, you know, whatever challenges around family we may have with the holidays impending, all of these things, that a lot of grief can come up, seasonal depression, all of these things. And so it's very important to stay in motion, doing things that uplift us. This is the reason why, right, the Yule season was created, to bring light to the darkness, to enlighten the world in the time that the sun is shining for the least amount of time. So we have fires and we have lights and we have candles and we have all of these things around, right? It wasn't about what it's become about. It was really about bringing light into the world. And even, of course, the story of Jesus is an allegory of light coming into the world at a time of darkness, of the sun rising back up after its 3-day slumber at the horizon to come back up to its high point in the sky. All of that is allegorical, and all of that is describing what's happening in nature. And so this is real. So do what you need to do to uplift yourself. Apache tears. Before we came to this planet, our souls agreed to experience both love and loss in this lifetime, along with the pleasures and pains of being in our bodies. Didn't I just talk about that? So that we might experience a sense of purpose and fulfillment and connect to our destiny. There is great beauty in being broken open. There is great beauty in being broken open. For a heart that has fully expanded with grief is one that truly understands love. The heart that has fully expanded with grief is one that truly understands love. We can only grieve for those things that we have loved. And so focusing in on the love that we had in those moments, focusing in on the love and on the deep good feelings that we had for whatever it is that is now no longer, is one way to move ourselves through it. Faith in something better coming our way will set our wheels in motion for attracting that which we most deserve. Often we simply cannot recognize that there is a far better plan at work than our own. The message of Apache Tears is not to repress or fear your emotions. Not to repress or fear your emotions. Release them through your body so that you can prepare yourself to heal from the heartache and receive all that the conscious universe has in store for your pleasure and happiness. Release the grief. Listen, emotions need motion. You gotta feel your feelings, baby. You can't hold them in. You can't repress them. That's how you make yourself crazy. That's how you make yourself sick. You've got to let it out, and you've got to have faith. Come on, Sunila. Thank you for sharing this with us. Having a hard time recognizing that something better is coming. Many of us do. And this is why we hold on to things way, 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 way past their expiration date, because it's so hard for us to believe that something even better, something even more glorious, something even more in alignment, something even more love-filled, something even greater is coming to us. We can't imagine it. We can't imagine it sometimes, and that's where our faith comes in. Healing Crystal says, my soul contract agreed to everything I've experienced and will experience. It's always easy to connect during the good times, but hard to understand and accept during the tough times. Ashe, thank you for that. Yes, it's easy to feel aligned when things are going well, but not understand how sometimes the tough things are in alignment too, right? Challenging things happening to us does not mean we're out of alignment or that something is wrong. It means that we may need to move. It means that we are being shifted in some way. And so again, Ori is how we help to discern what that is about. And Amora, we all have the tools, baby. You got the tools. If you got a head, if you got a gut, and you got the feet, you got the tools. But if you don't know how to align and use them, that's where divination and trusted counsel comes into play, so that individual or those individuals can help point out your tools. They can say, listen, you may not see your tools, but we see what you got. We see the good head on your shoulders. We see the strong gut that you have. Here are some suggested actions. Because remember, divination is not a proclamation. Ooh, come on now. Wait a minute. I got bars this morning. Divination is not a proclamation. It's advice. It is advice, which is then up to you to integrate and use accordingly. right? It is up to you to use the information accordingly. Come on. You know what I'm saying? I am from Harlem after all. I gotta have a few bars. Divination is not a proclamation. It's not a dictate. It's not a mandate. It is advice that you then have to use your or read to discern and say, yes, this is good advice. I'm going to take it. I trust the source that it came from. I trust the source that it came from. I trust, right? I trust the source that it came from. I trust the source that it came from, and I'm willing to make the move. I'm willing to make the move. I'm willing to make the move and do what I'm being directed to do, right? Because I trust the source and I trust the divinities and I trust myself to make good decisions and to discern the messages that I'm getting. If we're not trusting ourselves, that's challenging. Some of us trust other people and trust everything else more than we trust ourselves. Some of us, you'll listen to me before you listen to you, and I don't even know you. You'll listen to me before you listen to you, and I don't know you intimately like you know you. So listen to you. Whatever I say, whatever anybody says, you know you. It's like when you go to a doctor and they telling you, oh, it's nothing, this is normal, nothing's wrong. You know your body. You live in that body. You know how that body be feeling. You know how that body be feeling. You know what is normal for your body and what's not. So you gotta say, listen, no, this ain't normal. I know myself. I know myself. Come on with the tambourine. Got mine on deck. I know myself. I know when something ain't moving right for me. I know when it don't feel right. I know when something's out of alignment. I know. I know. But it takes knowing yourself first. It takes, right? It takes spending time with yourself. It takes understanding your own self first, right? It takes understanding your own self first. Spending time with yourself. Feeling yourself. Paying attention to what you feel. So Apache tears. It's a type of obsidian. I'm gonna very much encourage everyone to get one of these, to get a piece of Apache tear and to carry it during this season, to let it help you transmute, to let it help you transmute the grief, transmute any energy that needs to be transmuted at this time. We all have some, even if you're not conscious of it. And when it has done its job, either you will lose it, or when you feel like it's complete, you can take it and bury it and let the earth transmute that energy for you. Give thanks, Ogunyemi. We got to have conviction from your spirit. Yes, now you can't just be listening. Please don't just listen to what I say or what anybody says. What do you feel in your spirit? Where's your own conviction? Where's your own, yes, that sounds right for me, or no, it doesn't? Where is that? You got to cultivate that in yourself. Ooh, come on, smiling happily. They love to say everything is lose weight. When they see you got a couple of pounds, that's everything. Oh, lose weight. Sir, it's my toe. All right. Like that ain't got nothing to do with this cushion that I got. Okay. Listen, you know yourself. Don't accept that. Don't accept that. My favorite, listen, here's my favorite thing when I go to the doctor, and I'm not huge, but I'm obese according to their standards. And so, of course, they immediately expect that I'm going to have some type of health things. They expect high blood pressure. They expect whatever it is that they're expecting. And when they take my blood pressure, let me tell you that my blood pressure stays on the lower side because I be chilling. I be trusting these divinities. I be relaxed. And every time I go and they take my blood pressure, undoubtedly the nurse says to me, wow, what are your blood like your blood pressure is perfect. It's even a little, it's like it's right there. And what do you do? And I say, oh, I'm a spiritual teacher. I'm in touch with the divine. I don't let things stress me. I'm relaxed. That doesn't mean nothing goes wrong in my life. Things go, I'm a human. Things happen, but I be, relaxed about it for the most part. I have my moment. I'll have my moments of rah, rah, rah. And then I'm like, all right, okay, I'm putting it into the hands of the divine, and I know, and I trust. I trust. Come on. I'm your favorite scholar priestess. That's right, Funlayo. I got to tell them. Let them know. Look, I be chilling. I be letting spirit handle things. And I want to encourage you to do some of that. Do your work and then sit back and let it move. Let it flow. Let things do what they're going to do. Family, I love you. I love you very much. And I am so grateful for your presence, for your energy. I'm grateful for your gifts. I'm grateful for you, Mama Sadio. Thank you for your presence, first and foremost, and for your gift this morning. Let's talk. I miss you. I am grateful for each and every one of you being here. I'm grateful for you and your Ori that leads you to this place. Remember, when you find a cool place, sit and relax fully. Sit and relax fully. Take a few deep breaths. Cherish all the sensations of your body and have a wonderful, 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 successful, blissful, happy, joyful week. We'll be back together again on Sunday. Don't forget to register for the Black Spirit Solstice Summit. Early bird is on and popping right now. Use Ashe 10 to save, or if you're in the Akeko circle, use your special Akeko discount code. You're so welcome, family. Yes, may we have a beautiful week. May we be empowered. May we move the way we need to move. Just like that. See ya. Thank you for your gift. Oh, Dabo family.